What's up, guys? Dynasty, and yeah, even though the movie's out, I got for y'all still a Mortal Kombat movie update. I did a full hour and 15-minute review on the entire movie, a breakdown, if you will, on Monday. So if you want to hear my thoughts on the film, go check that out. Today, though, got for you guys a few things of note to discuss, including an update on a certain character's demise. Some good news for you, spoiler, big spoiler, Kung Lao fans out there. Also, the movie is crashing records. I think it was like $51 million have already been earned worldwide. And not to mention, Joe Taslim's already confirmed for 4 more movies. Yes, 2 actors seemingly getting Ed Boon's co-sign to be Johnny Cage in the potential sequel. That's all but confirmed at this point. Also, an awesome Stryker Easter egg that was shared by none other than Cabal actor himself, Daniel Nelson. And finally, got for you guys a few interviews from the director, Simon McQuoid, where he discusses the sequel, deaths, and the entire Johnny Cage situation. We're gonna talk about that. And also, if you're in the UK and you still haven't seen the movie, it turns out that May 6th, hot off the wire, WB UK confirmed, the movie will be available in the UK very soon. With that said, though, let's have some fun, break all this stuff down from this week, and let's get into it. First things first, the Johnny Cage situation. So, yeah, spoiler, big one. Kano's dead, and Kano supplied 99.9% of the comedy in the movie, so whoever they have casted for Johnny has some pretty big shoes to fill because Josh Lawson knocked it out of the park every time he was on screen. With that in mind, the guys at GameSpot had a chance to ask the director about Johnny Cage, and this is what he had to say about Johnny right here. He says, "I know who Johnny Cage is, I understand, but I haven't really put a lot of thought to that because it's not something at the time we needed to. I had enough characters to think about." Now, the exact same thing is kind of echoed also in another article that the director, Simon McQuoid, had with Yahoo.com. Now, in this article, he was asked, "Are there any plans or ideas you have for a sequel?" The response to this was, sequels are a bit tricky because you can't totally ignore them because that wouldn't be a smart move. But none of us use the S word. We'd never talk about it in any depth whatsoever because we feel like we had to put all of our energy into this film. That being said, if the fans want another one, that's not for us to decide. That's for the fans to decide. Then we need a couple joiner pieces that we know that can lead us somewhere because there's a treasure trove of stuff that's just sitting there. The reason Johnny Cage is not in the original film is he's such a giant personality that he almost has his own gravitational field. The feeling was that he would throw it out of balance slightly. I get asked about Katana just as much as Johnny Cage. There's a lot of interesting characters, story, and material to work with, so we haven't really dug into it. We just know we're very privileged that's sitting there. If we do get to that, I'm not saying we will, I'm just saying if, big if, then we'll go down that path. Gotta love how the director is seemingly not counting his chickens before they hatch, but come on, there's gonna be a sequel. This movie's already grossed more money than Annihilation, and it's just been one weekend during a pandemic, and I think it was also confirmed like over 3 million households were watching the movie on HBO Max. Like, yes, this movie was a giant success. So a sequel is gonna happen, but much respect for them at least focusing everything they could into just the first movie. With that said, though, Johnny Cage. There's been a bunch of teases on Twitter lately that even have been co-signed by MK co-creator Ed Boon, starting with WWE wrestler The Miz. Initially, The Miz came out and said, "No, Johnny Cage, I am the special effects. Let me do the casting for you. Say cheese." Ed Boon simply just saying, "Hey, this guy makes a compelling case. Big thumbs up. Miz, you're the best, but I'm sorry, but this next guy right here, that's kind of teasing this idea, or at least acknowledging the rumors. I'm sorry, but you can't hold a candle to the one, the only Ryan Reynolds." So yesterday afternoon, Ryan Reynolds came out and posted this right here over on Twitter. He said, "What do I do with casting rumors and wireless competitors upset that US News just named Mint Mobile 2021's best cell phone plan? Finish 'em!" And he attached a gif of Mortal Kombat 11 Johnny rocking a new head. Yes, Ryan Reynolds photoshopped head on this gif. Johnny Cage, MK2 inspired gif. I might have screamed when I saw that, and it seems like Ed Boon might have too because he came out and said, Ryan Reynolds, we should talk within the next like 30 minutes after that tweet got posted. So seemingly again, MK co-creator co-signing Johnny Cage being in some capacity Ryan Reynolds. Maybe it's MK11, maybe it's the movie, maybe it's in our dreams. I know for me, I'm trying to speak this into existence. We've been talking about Ryan Reynolds as Johnny for over a year now here on the channel. I'm crossing my fingers, guys. I really do hope it happens. Let's go back to the article from Yahoo we were just talking about, because they asked a very good question to Simon about deaths in the MKU. They asked, is it safe to say being dead might not mean someone is actually dead in the universe? And to that, the response was, well, yes. If you just look at the game, it's exactly what the game has done in a really interesting way. I think we can perhaps learn from the games and try to do something interesting. Again, there's a big asterisk on all of this. I think the way they handle timelines and alternate iterations of some of the characters is really interesting. It doesn't always mean that character comes back. Oh, I've been reincarnated. I'm the same. There's some really interesting evolution and growth of these characters. The experience of death informs who they become. So I guess I don't want death to be something that's inconsequential. That is something I certainly thought about as we discussed the story and what it means. So I think there are opportunities there, and certainly Sub-Zero has some opportunities. New sidebot confirmed. All but confirmed. Teased. Can we say it's teased here? Come on. Joe Taslim himself has already teased this, and I mean, hey, he's confirmed for at least 4 more movies if everything goes as planned. So again, I'm pretty stoked. Deaths don't mean that people were gone forever, though they should have some consequences. And with that in mind, let's talk about the one death that had everybody pretty bummed, but it is what it is. Kung Lao fans, I'm sorry, but our boy had his soul stolen by Shang Tsung. Again, remember, death is just a portal. That is more or less the quote used all throughout the movie. But Max Wang, who portrays Kung Lao in the movie, said this on Twitter just a few days ago. Kung Lao fans, hear me. As Albert Einstein used to say, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. So if you needed some inspiration to think that our boy's not gone for good, there you go. Max Wang has our backs. I'm really hoping he does make a comeback, because for me, alongside Kano, he was a star of the show. Cabal was great too. Those 3 characters, man. Kung Lao delivered. Changing gears here, and speaking of Cabal, let's try to be a little bit more positive and not just end the video on death. Let's talk about some Easter eggs. In this case, one Easter egg that was revealed by Daniel Nelson, who plays Cabal in the movie. Now, over on Twitter, he shared this image right here. Police, Stryker. Yes, he has a Stryker police badge on his vest all throughout the film, and you'd miss it if you just didn't zoom in. Pretty low-key. I didn't see it. I didn't. Daniel Nelson's tweet. That's how I saw it. So, when asked why Cabal would have Stryker's police badge by Lou's life, Daniel Nelson said this right here. He said, maybe a memento, maybe a trophy, maybe a gift, maybe... This one made me chuckle. Maybe he went to the wrong locker that day when he dressed himself at the station. So, again, is Stryker dead? Is he alive? We don't know. Time will tell. But at least we know Stryker exists in the MKU. That's kind of cool. So many Easter eggs. This movie has so many. Maybe one day I'll sit down and collect all of them that you guys have found and just go over it, because there's a lot. But with that said, guys, that's all I got for y'all today. An update on characters' deaths, the whole Johnny Cage situation, Ed Boon co-signing The Miz and Ryan Reynolds. Crossing my fingers for Ryan Reynolds. $51 million so far, and again, this weekend, I'm hoping it just continues to crush, because I want a sequel so bad. An awesome Easter egg showcasing Stryker's police badge, and of course, May 6th, for those in the UK, you can finally see the movie officially from Warner Brothers. But guys, that's it. If you enjoyed, please take 1 second to put a like on the video, of course. Subscribe for some more MK content here on the channel. Go watch my review. It's like an hour long. I break down everything. Until next time, I've been your host, Ben Dynasty. Guys, please take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys in the next video.
You see, I've been a fan of Dynasty for years now. GTA, MK, and Justice, I'm still down. Rapper meets gamer, I wonder how y'all feel now. That was just a setup, watch it get real now. Okay, so me and Sub-Zero was born in 92, and lyrically I inherited all his fighting moves. A lot of y'all still lost, don't have the slightest clue. The truth disappears in the smoke as if you fighting new.